ज्ञानेन तु तदज्ञानम् येषां नाशितमात्मनः तेषामादित्यवज्ञानम् प्रकाशयति तत्परम्.
Like the sun, knowledge reveals the supreme in them whose ignorance is destroyed by knowledge of self. So with this verse, see, the last 3 verses that we did yesterday, he defines a jnani, a man of realization. Now, 16 to 21, he gives us the pathway to that state. How do you get to the state of enlightenment? He's assuming that we are all inspired to get there after reading these verses. I hope you are. Yeah? So, here in these few verses, he speaks of the pathway to enlightenment. And in 16, he just says that knowledge is the tool which helps you to remove ignorance. So, the problem here is not that you don't have it. It's not that you don't have infinite happiness. It is simply that you don't know it. Ignorance. So the problem is ignorance. It's like the son of a billionaire in early childhood, somehow by accident, gets separated from the parents. And because he's an abandoned child, or at least he's perceived as an abandoned child, he grows up as a beggar in the streets with nothing. Meanwhile, the parents are on a search to find that child of theirs. They know the child is alive somewhere, the son. And with all their wealth and clout and influence, they don't give up. And by the time, years have passed. So this child has now become an 18-year-old boy. At 18, somehow, by some accident, they manage to get hold of this guy. So they take a blood sample and it's proven that he is their son. Imagine a beggar who's taken to the home of a billionaire. And suddenly he's subjected to all this. So he says, what does all this mean? He doesn't understand. So the father says, Beta, you are our son. He looks at him very suspiciously and says, but what does it mean? What do I have to do? He says, nothing. First, because he is dirty, filthy, they take off his beggar clothes, they give him a nice shower, a hot shower, and put new clothes on him. And they make him sit in the living room with them, watching TV, and the best of food is prepared for him, and all the family members come to meet him, their long lost son. And the whole thing just seems like, unfamiliar. So he says, can I just go out for a while and come back? And they say, okay. And he goes and he starts running. Where does he want to go? Back to the beggar's life. Because that's what he's familiar with, that's what he knows, that's what he likes. All his beggar friends are there and they have a good time there. Who wants to be in this billionaire's house? They catch hold of him and say, look, we've been looking for you for so many years. The one thing we will not allow you to do is to escape from us. So he says he gets adjusted to his life as a billionaire's son. But he never forgets his beggar life. So, 1 year later, on the anniversary of his coming together, the family reunion, they have planned a magnificent party for him. And they've called the whole world there. Just before the party is about to begin, this guy gives them all a slip and goes with a little dirty plastic bag containing his dirty beggar clothes and goes back to the same street where he was begging for 18 years and starts begging. Now, who is he now? Billionaire's son. Who was he a year ago? Beggar? He was also even a year ago, he's still the billionaire's son. Then what is the difference? Knowledge. 1 year back, he was still the billionaire's son, but he did not know it. And this ignorance of his billions created all the misery and sorrow of the beggar's life. Now 1 year later, he's still begging in the same streets with the same people, same shop, same home, same everything. But there's a world of difference. What is the difference? Now he knows he's a billionaire. And so, what you need now, what the message here to all of us is, you don't need to change your circumstances, you don't need to change your wardrobe, you don't need to change your jobs, you don't need to change anything. All you have to do is gain knowledge of your status, which is not billionaire, infinitaire. That's a term I coined just now. Not millionaire, not billionaire, infinitaire is what you are. So, all you need is that. Now, the interesting thing is, just as, why does he give the example of the sun? Because long before the sun rises, if you wake up early enough tomorrow morning, you'll actually experience it. Much before the sun rises, there is enough light for you to even read a book without switching on the light. Right? You can find your way very comfortably in that light, but the sun hasn't risen yet. And when the sun rises, then of course it's a brilliant day. Similarly, in life, let's face it, we don't want realization. What do we want? We just want relief from the problems and the challenges of life. So with a little bit of knowledge, long before realization, just a little bit of knowledge, all your problems, everything, you'll be easily able to deal with life's challenges. Life will be a breeze. Realization takes effort. So just to overcome the pinpricks of life is child's play. This gives you the confidence that yes, I can get there.